Hi, I'm Holly from Tahbilk Winery. I'm standing at Tahbilk's historic fermentation cellar. Back when Tahbilk was first established, it was a gravity-fed winery. So these open-top fermenters fermented both red and white wine. Nowadays, the extraordinary thing about Tahbilk is we exclusively still ferment our red wines in these open-top fermenters. I'm blessed here today to talk about the new release of our 2017 iconic 1860 vines. These 1860 vines are the last remaining vines from when the property was first established. The root system is able to reach for soil profiles that a normal vineyard would not. And 165 years later, they're still producing fruit. This soil has an incredible impact on this incredible fruit profile of the wine as well. Now, this 1860 vines does differ a little bit from our estate Shiraz, and it spends 18 months in both French and American new oak. What that does, it builds out the wine and creates greater structure and even longer longevity in the bottle. Now, this 1860 vines is 2017 vintage, and it was a little bit more of a cooler year. The crop and the yield was incredibly high, and so was the quality. So when the fruit was brought in, we fermented in these big open top fermenters. We do pump overs, so it's quite a gentle tannin extraction process. You're taking juice from the bottom of the fermenter and then pumping it over the top of the cap, or those skins that have risen to the surface of this fermenter. Then it's pressed and then put into those oak barrels, 18 months as I mentioned, and a further 4 years in bottle before it's released. The 2017 vintage, it's looking pretty sharp. So on the nose, you get this plum, boysenberry kind of character. It's quite herbaceous, so a parsley kind of note. Now, I mentioned it's 2017, which was a cooler vintage. This has led to some really great acid structure. So the wine is a little bit sort of tart. It's grippy on the palate. Those tannins are shining through, but this is just going to aid in that longevity in your cellar. Me personally, I'm going to drink this now, but if you wanted to, you could age it for another 10 to 15 years in your cellar. The first vintage of this 1860 Vines Shiraz was back in 1979 under the custodianship of fourth generation family and chief winemaker Alistair Purbrick. We've ever missed out on making 2 vintages of this 1860 vines, and we hope that we can continue to make it to forevermore. So I hope you enjoy this 2017 1860 Vines Shiraz. I know I will, and we look forward to sharing this wine with you here at Tahbilk Cellar Door.